Jeff Foxworthy is one of my favorite comedians. He's a local guy, and I'm going to do a little homage to Foxworthy right now because every now and then for kicks, I still will go find "You Might Be a Redneck If." Now, my wife and I were driving. We went we had staycation last week, and we just did some things around here, and we were driving on Friday, and I said, I'm going to talk about being a redneck just for a minute, because I have relatives who pretty much embody this. So when I hear him say, if you think the French Riviera is a foreign car, you might be a redneck. If you've ever cut your grass and found a car, you might be a redneck. And we were talking about this because I actually have relatives in my state, in the rural part, that I remember as a kid going to see, and they literally did have more appliances on the porch than they did inside. Their favorite car of all time was still jacked up in the yard without any wheels on it. And there was, I promise you, I'm not kidding, an old bathtub that was a flower pot in the front yard. And she said, wow, we were meant to be together because I have relatives the exact same way. And they're all Baptist. So I want to do a little takeoff now, and if the guys will help me upstairs, you might be a Baptist if. You might be a Baptist if you list Vacation Bible School on your resume. If you think the Spirit of God is strongest on the back four pews, you might be a Baptist. I'm going to have trouble getting through this. If you've ever dreamed about fried chicken and interpreted that as a call into ministry, you might be a Baptist. If you think a lecture on the early church refers to the 8:30 service, you're probably a Baptist. If you are certain that Sunday worship beginning at 11 can be found in the book of Numbers, you might be a Baptist. You might be a Baptist if you believe Jesus' first miracle of turning water into wine was done solely for Episcopalians, and as such, you begin officially counting at miracle number 2. If you've never sung the third verse of a hymn, you might be a Baptist. All right, am I right? If you've sung Just As I Am more than 20 times during the invitation of a Sunday night service, you might be a Baptist. If you've ever gone down on purpose at the end of Just As I Am, the 20th verse, just so the service could end, you might be a Baptist. If you've ever asked a person who was baptized, how was the water? You are most definitely a Baptist. Have you ever wondered, aside from that, why you're a Baptist? Why you're choosing to be part of a Baptist family, how you got